to find out the result to watch it. Our last quarterfinal has arrived, and boy, is it a doozy. Every point matters for KC for Worlds, but Oxygen can clinch major with a win against the Blue Wall. Regardless, I expect a phenomenal series. Sit back and enjoy.
Oxygen are so close to London they can practically feel the cool misty air of their homeland. But Stumpy, Starman Joyo's former teammates are here to keep the World Championships as far out of their reach as possible.
That's basically what they are going to be keeping in their minds. Yes, Oxygen are playing for that major spot. They're also playing partially in favor of Gentlemates as well. But keeping Karmine Corp away from them as much as they humanly can, and Karmine Corp racing to stay ahead of them as much as they can. Everything is on the line in this final series of what has been an electric quarter-final Saturday.
All the accusations we get over here in EU of Saturday being dull. Nothing of the sort over here. 4 threes up and down the board almost. Well, you know, pretty much everything is going right down to the wire either way.
Cheers, Lunar Galaxy.
I know, right? And I can't see this series being any different.
We've seen a lot of these top teams also just fall to teams that previously I think they would have beaten relatively routinely. It was going to Game 7, Fempoint and BDS. BDS could win it in the end. Vitality lost to Jobless. When did anybody expect that to happen? Lunar Galaxy took down Gentlemates. And finally, we have a series of 2 Titans, and no one can choose who they think is going to be the winner. Like, it's gone down to the absolute line.
Already we've seen Archie let a ball roll across his car, turn around and just save it instead of batting it away as quickly as he can, suggesting that Oxygen are feeling pretty relaxed in and among themselves, as we were seeing earlier.
Oh my god, Oski, Jesus.
The defending here are a tad more locked in, so we'll see which of those 2 mentalities will be the winner in this tournament.
Decent block coming out from Oski as well, diving in front of the board as quick as he can. Atto trying to pass it towards Rise, who has been resurgent, as has the entirety of Karmine Corp, because Cole, the start to this split could not have been worse, considering the fact they won all 3 open qualifiers in our first major.
It's insane, not necessarily the drop-off, but just the fact that they managed to get in their own heads, and suddenly they're fighting just to get to Worlds and fighting to keep Oski's shot out. It was Vatira diving into his own net, not a bad goalkeeper to have. Here's Atto. He slows things down. He waits. The ball pops up. Joyo is rotating back, so Oski comes in. And Archie doing what he does, just staying forwards, hoping something's going to fall for him. He's been fantastic linking the play between his 2 teammates.
Been very impressive across the board recently with these 2 teams, because they have made this quarterfinals in remarkably different ways. Oxygen, they have come here after facing 2 of the top 4 and also become statistical leaders in that fact as well. Whereas KC was a little bit of an easier run where they had to end up going through.
I'm just so locked in right now. I can't even speak
event standings,
because it's already just been super close.
So far, including a
no one can even really get close enough to the net to even make it look like it's going to be scoreable, because they're just so on top of each other.
In the way that they could get
how close these 2 teams are.
Because the quality of teams that they face. How will that set them up for this quarters though?
How apt as well that it's former teammates all round. Of course, we have Joyo with Rise and Vatira opposite him, but also Oski looking at Atto on the other side, who left Team Liquid, and Oski was looking around searching for a team before landing on Oxygen. So it's about taking revenge, about making your case, about you with a better teammate. He was back in the moist days for Rise, Joyo, and Vatira, and Joyo comes out on top that time.
It's also Rise previously being on Oxygen alongside Archie.
Good point. Forgot about that one.
Like, yeah, this is just, everybody is playing with everyone. These are their current iterations. In a year where we think, oh, do you remember when these teams were these certain players? That was incredible. But regardless, yeah, facing off today, trying to get through to the Worlds as best as they can. As we go through the series and towards the end, we will confirm who is doing what, because there's quite a few permutations. Depends then on how
Ooh, that dunk.
They make it, but a long shot from Atto isn't going to want to see Oxygen going to that major, as he sinks one with 1:45 remaining.
Yeah, that one won't change the permutations, but it will just give a little bit more calmness to Karmine Corp, getting the first goal. Just reminding everyone the stamp they have over here on EU, winning all 3 events last time around, as you mentioned, Stumpy. It's been quieter for them this time, but they have not become a bad team overnight. Now they try and double up his Rise, dancing with the ball on his nose. Gets into the backboard where Joyo takes it and sends it forward. Just trying to keep the momentum going for KC, but Archie nips in. Vatira had to be aware there, defending for Karmine Corp. Archie staying forward, and Joyo has some boost. It's exactly what he wanted. What can he do? Can he get over the top of Rise? Not on this occasion. His old teammate knows way too well what exactly he was attempting.
80 seconds remaining, and a very strong 50 from Oski in that back corner. Sends it back towards Archie. Central. Joyo's there. Has so much space. An unmarked man snipes top bins.
It's just a clean anti-light shot there from Joyo. Vatira and Rise getting each other's way somewhat. Atta was going over boost pads to take him into the center of the goal, and that took him away from where Joyo was finishing. Far from an easy finish, but Joyo made it look so.
I mean, Joyo just waiting central, had the complete trust in Archie to send it towards him, who had complete trust in Oski to get that backwards towards himself. Lots and lots of teamwork being crucial so far for Oxygen, and we hit 1 minute remaining. That late equalizer coming in for Oxygen. Vatira clears it away, but Archie is going to be a little bit of a pest. Sends it central. Archie faking. Oski shoots. Vatira and Atto having to team up to clear that one away. And a demo in the backline. Rise back to his old tricks. His former teammate Rise to shoot. High again. The back net for Oxygen being besieged by the blue wall.
Ooh, that was all good though from Oski. It's a chance for Vatira to get it towards
What the hell?
He gets a bump, it bounces off him. Pinball everywhere. Joyo just pumps it forward, desperate to get some clearance from their own goal in the ball. And thankfully for Oxygen, they survived. That could have gone either way. We could have had tearaway goals. We could have had bundled home finishes. In the end, it remains 1-1 with 15 seconds left.
Ridiculous that nothing ended up finding its way in. Joyo was backwards on that save as well, and he still turned around with enough power. But the final 10, we'd see a powerful shot from one of these teams. Archie, backboard. Who's going to be there to receive? Oski down low, reset, no second touch. Joyo playing it safe. I don't mind it. Vatira going up high, low boost.
You know it's close. You really know it's close when it's doing this in the first game. Oh.
Everything at stake here for both teams as Archie gets it towards Oski. Oski tries to get the read and does. That one's high. Oxygen starting the overtime, the better. Archie has the ball in the KC corner. Don't be surprised to see him going forwards with no boost. More than comfortable in that situation. Allows his teammates in. He gets it back towards Joe, who gets over the top of Vatira, but not quite the finish they wanted.
And a dive in leaves Rise trying to just claw his way back into the opposite half. Vatira moves 1, 2, gets the bump.
Okay.
Atto somehow hits the crossbar.
Jesus.
Away. Does not matter.
How did this not go in by Rise?
Karmine Corp in their bid for championships.
What?
Blood against Oxygen.
That was like 100% in.
Do it through my mind palace.
And then if Karmine Corp, if they win, doesn't change anything unless Jobless win the entire event, in which case, we get a tiebreaker. If not, then it's just going to be Oxygen and Gentlemates going through. The biggest question mark is all about those Worlds spots. That then depends on how well KC end up doing in this event, which we'll tell you a lot more about tomorrow. But what it does mean is it gets a lot harder.
That could have been deadly if someone was up for that.
World Championship.
There was no way there was going to be anyone up for
takes
that.
an early touch at the start of Game 2, Forbidden Temple. So we head to next. Vatira gets over the top of Archie. What's going to fall towards Atto, whose touch was a little bit heavy. I wondered if he could have just struck there. I think he would have assumed that a defender was going to be closing him down. So instead, he does his best to keep the KC attack going.
I mean, this first 30 seconds is going to be vital to seeing just how these teams are going to perform against each other. I think we're going to see a lot of high-flying mechanics, as we would normally expect to see, but a long shot going to the opposite back corner, and Atto low on boost actually misses that back corner. Leaves it prime for Oski to try and snipe him away. Rice stealing away 100 from his teammate. It's going to leave Vatira in an awkward position trying to rotate back.
It's a decent start though for Oxygen. They survived that initial attack from Karmine Corp. Made a bit of luck with the shot. They will be hurting after the end of that last game. It was definitely a chance for Joyo to take the win. We didn't get a chance to see it again, so I'm not sure if he definitely easily could have put it on target or if there was a defender coming in or something. I'm sure he'll be telling himself that there was. But whatever the case, Oxygen will have to dust themselves down here though.
Oh my lord, what? What a save.
He puts a glove up and he slaps that one away. Vatira with the cheek to go for it from that angle as well. Minute and a half elapsed. Rise wanted to challenge it with no boost. He can't get it too much further as Joyo goes up, gets a clear away. Rise now backboard. Who's there? Archie is the first man to it. See a little bit of pokey proddy play. Joyo long. Oski gets rid of Rise. That backside is completely exposed at the moment.
It's big booming hits at the moment and clean touches rather than taking chances and 50-50s. Both teams seem to be content with that for now. We'll see which is the first to change their approach. As Oski charges down Vatira. Vatira does take a couple in the air dribble. Rise long again. Is Vatira waiting? He was, but he loses the ball. This is the chance if Joe can take out Atto. He can't do it. Atto's too quick. Defends it excellently as Archie prods to the side.
Yeah, going for the bump there as well is absolutely the right play. But Vatira finding Rise down pitch. Joyo to save it. A 1-2-3 between the former Moist players. 2 minutes 15 has now gone. Atto trying to find this ball central. Unfortunately, Vatira was rotating back to allow Rise to come in. One to the ceiling, a reset down to the floor. The reset can't get the second touch with it, but the ideas and the vision are completely coming to form for Karmine Corp.
We are seeing a lot of in front of the ball play as well, going for these bumps. And I'd say when a game is as rotational as this one is and clean touches, one tiny bump can make all the difference. As you can see there, Archie having to dodge out Atto. He avoided it, and thus he was there defending the defender in front of him, helping them out.
I'm just not saying anything because I'm just so focused.
Touches, little nudges.
I
Key here as
feel bad, you know, not saying anything because it's going to be a boring video and
get it back towards the
whatever,
net. Now we have a counter. Joyo almost over the top of Atto.
I'm just
Coming in, no
speechless.
boost. Archie turns it down.
It's so incredibly close.
Archie does make sure
This
that
is like,
he manages to get that touch nice and high. Joyo
oh,
removes
like
Vatira
literally,
from the pitch.
probably, I wouldn't say they're not my top 6 favourite players, but they're at least all top 10 favourite players right now.
To swipe him from the side. And you're saying about playing in front of the ball. That is Rise's MO. He's been playing in
Maybe
front of the
not
ball whenever he
Archie,
feels
I'm
confident.
not sure
And he's
about him,
certainly feeling confident
but
today.
he's still definitely, he's definitely top 15 at least.
Atto. Dangerous times for
I'm not
Karmine
sure, I'd have to
Corp.
actually
Starting to bleed
have
down
a
to his
think about
dying
it.
embers. We have a goal here. It could be big. There was a bump and there was a
But yeah,
finish.
this is like,
There was also a pretty devilish miss.
this is like one of those
Sends
matches
the
that
corner,
is just like
but can't turn round fast enough. Even
incredible.
if Vatira is able to
I
get
mean,
there for the block, there was still
I don't know what else to
in.
say.
Atto, I don't think could have got there quick enough. A misplay from the veteran.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as Vatira makes that mistake, you get 2 Oxygen players swarming him. That's where confidence comes in, belief in your teammates. There's a shot there, though, from Rice. Straight off the kickoff. Atto's coming in. Joyo charges him down this time. Is anybody helping him out? Joyo gets half an extra touch. Vatira is waiting for it. A huge boost steal yet again. It's all Oxygen for now. Archie's left pretty much stranded. Rise, Vatira to his left. Rise has to go solo as the angle doesn't work out for him. And Archie, using that 100 boost that he had, was able to nip in there and get it. So far, Stumpy, Oxygen looking fairly comfortable in Game 2 defensively.
Yeah, defensively, but offensively, they've not had a huge amount of chances. To Oski sends another one to the backboard. Vatira can pinch it with the post. Finds Rise, double touch. No, Archie is going to be the interceptor. Oski to touch it down towards Joyo. Touch it down towards himself, in fact, but Vatira there to get the technical save, but more of just a collection.
It's nice from Joyo using all of his boost to get the force little pinch there in the side wall. Sent it forward to his teammate, but it wasn't to be. But that's good for Oxygen right now. They'll know they have the time. But they can't allow Karmine Corp to come forward too often the way they are right now. Rise sends it up.
Oh my gosh. That's twice now. Vatira's just bumping.
Goes for the bump. Joyo, boostless, gets the touch to the side. Archie sends it forward.
Holy shit.
Misplays his dodge there off the wall, so it does leave Vatira with a clean shot. He gets it forwards as far as he can. Atto's coming in. Archie again on top of the goal. It's Vatira's turn this time. Vatira waiting for Rise. Vatira comes in.
Everyone.
Forced upwards. Is there any boost left? Is there any saves left? Archie can't go to the ball. Vatira's blocking him.
It's still up.
Keeps it up, Stumpy.
Somehow,
Okay.
Oski, the final man to touch the ball before the ground. To 7 for 2 of them, when previously, I think a couple of weekends ago, we had that Saturday and the Sunday where we didn't even get a Game 7. It is so much closer when it comes down to the end of the season. Vatira wants to remove Oski just to get rid of some of those pesky little plays these Oxygen players go for. But right now, as you say, Cole, complete parity between these teams. It's still a 50-50 as far as I'm concerned for who's going to win.
Another bump.
Trying to bump, but just the speed from Oski is not there as he's low on boost with the runaway play.
I'd say in a series like this, when no individual player is popping off, it's all very team-based saves and goals, right? I would say players like Archie, players like Rise, who you were talking about earlier, playing in front of the ball and going through those bumps, they could be the key here. Is Rise able to take that split second longer of time to, you know, fake someone out or take a control that other people are expecting him to boom? As I say that, a mechanical play almost works from Atto. Doesn't quite that time. Rise to the ceiling, Archie clears it, and we're back to square one.
Yeah. Oh, excellent clear as well, like bouncing just short of the opposition's back wall. Rise gets rid of Joyo from the pitch just to alleviate a little bit of that pressure coming through Archie with a lot of boost to his name. Has to get round Vatira, steals that back boost, going to be setting up Oxygen for an extended play as all 3 had 100 boosts for a while.
Oh man, Archie is just refusing to leave the play. He steals the boost, he nips in ahead of the pass, then he gets the fake. It allows in Joyo in the end via a touch from Oski, does it? No, Joyo was all the way back. I assumed he'd be coming onto that, such as the pace that Oxygen play at. Instead,
Atto!
Oh my gosh, the battling Belgium besieges the Oxygen goal. The reset over the top with a second touch and a bump for good measure gives Karmine Corp the lead.
Oof,
90
that was
seconds
tough.
gone. We saw so much pressure from Oxygen on that Karmine Corp side, and it all came to naught.
Yeah, as soon as you take that valve off, Karmine Corp are going to punish you. They have the ability, and suddenly the mechanical plays are making sense. They open the floodgates defensively. Oski to the backboard. Wants one more touch, does he? No, he just wants to stare down the eyes of Vatira, try and make him make a mistake. Here's Oski. He gets his shot off in the end. Vatira can't get the save. The crossbar, though, can. Here comes Joyo. Can it be saved by Atto? Yes, again. The man is everywhere.
A low boost save as well. He had to get something on it and get into a good place because he could not get any semblance of a follow-up. Archie bumping Oski out of the way. Joyo now fully back with 100 boost. And Joyo has been the third man time and time again, and we've seen teams where he is the third man that have not excelled. On Moist, he became the third man, and that was not how they were meant to play. But Joyo has got two better teammates this time. I just hate to see him stuffed back in a cupboard.
Well, Oski puts it to the corner.
Yeah,
for now.
Joyo is
does
no
have to
third
sit back
man,
for a
that's
little
for
while
sure.
because his team are doing all sorts of defending. They're trying
Messy.
to force some pinches together, the bot pinches, but the ball's going nowhere. There was no momentum on it for that to work. Now they're double committing in the air. As Oski just pulls rank, slows it down, gets a flip reset almost over the top of Vatira. But it's looking better for KC right now, if you ask me, Stumpy.
Yeah, KC, I think, have a little more shape to their game. We're seeing Oxygen be somewhat more stretched, and I think sending a couple players to it. Joyo and
Okay,
Atto
that was a weird 50.
each other from the pitch, and then Oski makes it two, and Vatira also departs. Joyo having to get out the call Archie out of the way to try and get the ball past him. But it really just did not go anywhere. 2 minutes now, ticking down. Who's going to be central for this ball? Is Atto there first? Sends it sidewall, but Joyo has read him wonderfully. If that's on target, that's a goal. Joyo read the position of the ball. He just did not have the composure to shoot it on target.
The smallest of moments are going against Oxygen right now, and they're going for Karmine Corp. And that is the difference between these two teams. Atto has been instrumental in forcing that to happen. Rise gets a block in. Atto tries to get it over the top of Archie. Instead, the ball just falls towards
Zero.
Rise, who booms long. Everyone's pretty low right now. Vatira uses all of his boost, pre-flips towards it. That's going to slow him down. Maybe should have just allowed himself to fall and maybe wave dashed out the play. So instead, Oski can send them back. Is Karmine Corp happy to do some defending for now? Stealing the boost. Joyo goes to the sky. They're closing him down in the air so quickly.
It's 80 seconds as Atto wants to hold on to this 1-goal lead. Maybe make it 2 for Vatira. Vatira 40 boost. Nobody, I feel like in any of the matches this entire weekend, has really stayed on like 80 plus boost for a long time. This has been at such a premium in Europe.
I concur completely, yeah. Shout out Psyonix for adding that, because I'll tell you, as a caster, it just makes everything so much easier. As a viewer, it's huge as well. So Archie sends that one to the backboard. Joyo misses. Archie wanted to get it towards Oski. Vatira could be in here. Can he get around the ball? He can. Oski saves it wide. Archie has to avoid putting in an own
Speed.
pass. Joyo comes away with it.
That was incredibly spooky. Not the
That
one, but
speed
Joyo
was
could have a
something
chance.
else.
Tap and smash. Atto's there to receive the ball on the goal line. A drop down, not quite read from anyone on Oxygen. Vatira has to receive it. Then Rise goes up. Burning boost a mile a minute right now on this pitch.
It's so awkward though right now. One tiny little miss and everyone's
Archie?
left stranded. Archie gets the double.
Oh!
He's not got the finish though. That was the chance.
Zero boost for everybody on Oxygen as they then fall back in line on defense. Final 10, ticking down. Archie gets that ball, sends it long. Low boost for Oski, so he just has to agonizingly wait.
Archie, wow, sends that one. Clatters it back down to the blue hole. Does that allow them in? No, it doesn't. Because the composure
it's just
this split is gonna be possible, Stumpy. You feel that if they are to make worlds, they have to win this series. It's just the inkling that I'm getting that Oxygen are going to be a top 8 LAN team, at least in London. You have to keep them away, and so far Karmine Corp are doing their job.
I mean, keeping that faith and that momentum just is going to be so important, especially for a new team. I appreciate every team in Europe is new at the moment, but the fact that you're going to be having, apart from Vitality, all these changes around is going to be a scary moment. There's a lot to be learned. So with the first 30 seconds gone, Oxygen need to make sure they're kicking themselves into gear and make sure that they win this one out for their own hopes towards that World Championship.
But it's Karmine Corp that have started this game better again until Archie
Long
nips
shot.
it
Oh my,
out of nothing and
that was a
shoots one shot,
great
one goal.
skimmer.
Took a little while, but Oxygen
Look
are
at
back in the
this.
scoring. Joyo sends it across, and Atto cannot outspeed.
Wow,
Archie.
okay.
There you go. Easy as you like, Oxygen. They defend for a bit. They keep Karmine Corp away. And suddenly they get an easy goal. That is the game plan to a T. Now can Oxygen attack from the front. You can't see them trying to defend here. That's just not the way they play. It's not in their DNA. But Karmine Corp.
Oh, but that's so dirty. Vatira.
And going to the ceiling, just the disgusting play of faking it out completely. Then as he lands, the ball on his hood, tipping it onward. 1-1 and a little bit of class from both sides.
Okay, well, it's as you were. Pace from Oxygen, and then brilliance there from Karmine Corp and Vatira. Now it's Ato's turn, trying to get the flick reset into the center with Oski. Vatira might be coming online here, Stumpy, and that could be a nervy thing for Oxygen.
Yeah, I think when you look at prime teams, Karmine Corp are up there, but with Oxygen, it's brand new blood. They're trying to make sure that they are not just letting the old guards sit anywhere near the top. Minute and 10 has elapsed. Joyo is found by Oski. Archie's up from that doink, taps it down, but Vatira, a pre-jump to stop that one from flying home.
Atto was watching behind Vatira, hoping that he'd be able to get something on this one. He still may, trying to charge down Joyo, and that does seem to be a staple of Karmine Corp. As soon as Joyo gets the ball, wherever he is on the pitch, you close him down. You do not let him past you or out of your sight. Two Karmine Corp players bumping into each other in their own corner is never ideal. Joyo's there, and he does have some time to himself. He has Archie in the center, tries to get it to him. Atto does his best to clear it, and actually does pretty well from an awkward position. It's not either team really having dominance in this one. They're both trying to sort of wrestle it in the midfield.
Well, I think both teams are trying to push it past that midfield line, and then both teams are stopping the other one from doing so. The wrestles are coming in from everywhere. 2 minutes now has gone with rise and a miss. It then opens things up a little bit for Oxygen. A failed bump coming through. Oski down central, but with Joyo again just a little bit pushed further back than maybe his teammate would have liked. Archie is going to be chilling somewhere near the back. Joyo, he really could have been further in there.
Yeah, it's not for the first time as well where we're thinking, Joyo, you could be just that little bit further forward, that little bit more aggressive. They've conceded goals from it in this very event, in this very match.
I don't know if anyone else has seen this pattern so far, but it's been 2-1, 1-0, 1-0, 2-1 so far. That's been the series scores. That's such a good pass from Oski though, and a perfect slotter from Archie.
Gets the scoop underneath, and Archie finishing it ever so sweetly. Cherry on top corner.
Oxygen fighting to get back into this one, to put everything back in their own hands. Here comes Rise, flip resets it over the top of one. It was almost creeping into the far corner. Vatira into the center. Archie has to be confident that nobody is there. And Archie, so spatially aware at all times, waits his turn, musties it into blue territory, and suddenly yet again it's Oxygen that are attacking.
Archie really has been superb this entire series. I think he'll be thinking that he's had a series of his, not of his life necessarily so far. We've still got a lot of games to come, but very impressive one nonetheless. But Oxygen is still losing the series, winning this game currently 2-1. Vatira wanted to work around the side of one. Atto now up with space, with no boost, unfortunately. All of that going in the tank of Archie.
Yeah, Archie, by the way, as well, who went all the way up, got the block and fell, and only used about 30 boosts. So hugely efficient there from Archie, as well, especially the way Oxygen play. They put it all the way to the metal each and every time, so keeping something can be paramount for them. Let's hope they have something now. Oski does. He clears it long. Archie is still there. Boost management has been supreme in this game for Archie. Joe comes forward, he uses all of his, but Archie was hoping for it. Instead it's going to fall to Rise. He goes above. Oski has to get this read. Oski just tracks. No one is there. Oski gets the ball pinch. And now Vatira's in again, but that could have gone either way. It still might, until Joe saves.
When you're completely right about that boost play, the team that's more efficient with boost here is going to be the benefactor. Oski actually bumped up into that one, gets the musty. Vatira's going to be able to save it away. But the ingenuity to even go for that is extremely.
The thing is that neither one of these teams looks like they should be pulling out a timeout at any point. It's just back and forth, just barely being better than the other. I'm curious as to see how the timeout's going to work.
Vatira sends it long. Oski's clearance makes things awkward for Atto. He has to really force his car around to get it towards Rise, who gets the bump. Joyo was there waiting. Joyo Vatira. Can he tackle out Atto as well? Atto to the backboard. Joyo finishes the clearance. This one might be the winner, but Vatira saves.
I mean, that was KC putting on the big press. Then suddenly they have to rush back in a foot race. Final 15. Atto left-hand side challenged with Oski going up high. gets beaten out, actually. Rise sends Alpine, gets Archie in the middle. Rise again has been repeatedly the man trying to be the playmaker. Goes central with it. What a pinch to the middle, but Atto is not receptive to it.
It still might lead to something though. Vatira has this touch. He tries to get it towards Rise, but it's a little bit heavy, Stumpy.
Oh my lord.
Oxygen still could make London. It'll be so difficult for them to make Worlds. They'll have to finish, I think, at least top 2 if Karmine Corp win this one, or maybe top 4, but very, very deep into the tournament if KC win here.
If Karmine Corp win this individual series, but they don't win the event, then we're going to need to see Oxygen. They need to get through to the top 2 to make Worlds. If Karmine Corp win the entire event, Oxygen need to win London in order to make Worlds.
Wild.
So if KC win, their journey is infinitely harder compared to then if Oxygen do end up winning out in this individual series. They just need to make top 8 at minimum to then make Worlds.
I mean, the best storyline here is KC win this event, then Oxygen win the next event. But, you know, maybe that's asking for too much from the gods of Rocket League and the scriptwriters.
Yeah, Gibbs couldn't script that one, but that is a very awkward little team passing play that they did not want. Coming out from Oxygen, left wall now sees Joyo, only sent it as far as Vatira.
So this is where the timeouts are going to get called.
Yeah, you got to be against Oxygen, you got to be fast enough, but it worked there. His first touch from Vatira, and just take us through it from there.
Ooh.
Going with that reset over the top of Oski, and then shies away from the ball because Atto is suddenly in. Alley-oops it, backboard bound, down, and thank you very much. A goal in a minute.
That had everything. That had the first touch, it had the flip reset, it had the comms to call Atto on. Just a class Rocket League goal, and a reminder, if we needed it, how dangerous Karmine Corp could well be if they do make it to the World Championships. Here comes Vatira again. He gets the reset. Rise is just bullying them. Atto's coming in. But somehow Oski gets the stop.
Oski gets the stop, but then there's a double miss in favor of Oxygen, or rather against Oxygen from both of their players. Archie has to get something from this. Oh, we are seeing a lot of in front of the ball play coming now.
Yeah, we're seeing KC back to their very best, at least at the start of this game. This is a beautiful performance from them so far. And Oxygen themselves now have to go up the gears just in order to compete. Here's Archie. He gets the faintest little touch on that one. That's exactly what he wanted, to pop it up. Joyo's in there. And Joyo can wait for a second to watch Rise beat his teammate to the ball. More danger now. Joyo is coming back. Oski had retreated wisely, and Karmine Corp had to slow down.
Ooh, that bump isn't what I wanted.
Look at Rise in that position. The ball was, I think, technically going towards him. He completely ignores it. He does not care about it. He goes for a bump, but doesn't get the bump, and so instead then goes for the boost and sets up all of this extended play just from Rise going away from the ball, but with a complete outplay in favor of Oxygen. It's a couple of sending the player to it, and then finally they get their goal.
Is it just a 50 and okay, just a 50 and Asher, and that just
They had to make so many saves, and in the end, it was just a clean challenge for them to get the assist for Oski. And there, of
this
course,
series is far from over.
Was Archie.
Tap-in merchant, the world-leading tap-in merchant by his own recognition. Oski from that backboard needs to attempt to try and get another one. Going for one into Archie. Joy's a little bit further back, but I don't hate that positioning considering how far both of his teammates have pushed in. Oski with a pre-jump, round one. Chance for Joy now to come central. Taps it down, but Atto reads him to a T.
Mate, I'm telling you though, Vatira could have scored that from down the other end. It wasn't a full psycho, but it was the same sort of touch. If Vatira had got it off the back of Oxygen almost scoring, it could have been absolute pandemonium. One of those games where all these players are fully fit and firing now. The mechanics are working. They're all playing like we know they can, so any second a crazy goal may go in, especially with this man on the ball, Vatira, but he's charged down by Oski. Was going high. Oski goes for it himself. Used all of his boost. He's just faked out the player. But now Atto comes forward. Joyo already up. Joyo has to get this one to the side. Can't do it. Atto gets it towards Vatira. Vatira to the side this time. And KC are playing with that at the moment.
I mean,
going to the side like that was probably not the play there.
Just bite back. Oski trying to go for one reset. Can't get around the side of Rise. Vatira gets rid of Oski. And Oski now getting rid of that ball. Oski with this respawn has to make contact. Does so. Joyo on his pushback. Needs to go towards that ball, does so as well. That was a very sketchy moment because that demo, as you were saying earlier, Cole,
that pass
completely Atto
popped up. Third man, bang, 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 bang.
Players out of the orange net.
We won't see it in this replay, but all of this started about 30 seconds ago when Oxygen had the ball on KC's half. They went for an aerial fake, and we've seen time and again how effective they can be. But Rise, the absolute bravery of the man. Completely reads it, just charges towards where the ball already is, clears it back, and eventually he's the one who ends up scoring.
Oxygen chasing this one goal now. Whoever wins this game is going to be going towards that series point. So important for different reasons. We've gone through it a couple of times. Just remember it from this point on. If not, we'll tell you in a minute.
Oh my god.
Archie pinching it out. Atto again. Archie then dives towards the bottom corner. A double save, keeping Oxygen alive.
Yeah, but they have to do more than survive. They have to fight back. 2-1 down still. Not much time left. Joyo wants to get this touch. It's read yet again by Karmine Corp.
I don't think it's been any higher than a 3-goal game yet.
And Oski starved as well. Karmine Corp doing everything right. Game management to a T. So goes for a musty flick. He didn't quite have the time to make it.
Then 3-2-1 score lines. And then 2 1-0 score lines. And nothing else. Oh my god.
Zero wanting to instead go for that double. Atto central. No one's there to receive it, but Karmine Corp do not need to push that far up.
Oh wow, Vatira's been bypassed. Here's Rise up against Joyo.
Oh.
Joyo gets the shot, but it's not strong enough. Oski has a pass in the center. Joyo again. What's Archie gonna do? He's gonna follow this one up. Is he not gonna be able to? One more pass. Stumpy, it has to be now for Oxygen.
Now or never, 10 seconds remaining. Rise central. Ball back towards the middle. Archie with control. Oski, 100 boost. Dives off the wall. Doesn't go anywhere near the ball.
Joyo
That is not what they wanted.
He's got nothing. He just has to pray that he beats Vatira. He does though. Joyo has a chance.
Oh.
Rise beats him to the punch. Karmine Corp have game point. It's Karmine Corp. They punish you ruthlessly.
Game number 6. Neo Tokyo is lit up. 2 minutes have elapsed. Timeouts are
Here
completed.
we go.
And Oxygen are battling for that game 7.
Will KC finish the series, or will Oxygen tie it back up and force a game 7, forcing KC to use their timeout?
For these teams respectively.
It's France versus the UK as well. As Joyo gets his catch, they'll believe they're going to London, but they'll want so much more Oxygen. But they're going to have to take the long road. Potentially if KC continue playing the way they are. Here's Atto. Wants to get this ball early on, but Joyo just clears it long. Rise with a clean first touch. Archie should be able to get this read. But not too much to glean from the first 30 seconds. It's pretty even between the two teams.
It's going to see Rise going for those demos again, and an Atto wild
Holy
shot.
shit.
Going for the inverted flick. And Rise Cole, his physicality, everybody's physicality apparently as Vatira now gets involved on Karmine Corp, has been astonishing.
That could have been what KC were discussing, that every time they do take an Oxygen player off the pitch, suddenly things open up. Taking that risk, moving forwards after, instead of rotating out of the play immediately, as Joyo has to really force something wide. That's so difficult.
The audacity of that play, Joyo, to air dribble it towards your own backboard, to then pinch it away. What I would give to see Joyo just have an insane goal in this series. But Karmine, they want him to be shut down.
Here comes Vatira. So far, KC doing a great job of shutting Oxygen down. It's all been played now in the orange half, a minute and a half in. Joyo, though, does bundle his way forward. Archie's in here. What can he cause for his team?
One
He gets
too
one
many.
touch too many. Exactly, that's painful.
Yeah, one too many, but Oski's going to be there. Shoots just higher than net. That was me. Rise also darting across. If you want that shot, you need to shoot it low. Rise is backboard anyway. Low is going to be the hardest one for him to get to. Joyo going for a musty, but a disappointing touch from him. Oski reset towards the backboard at 50. A dunk.
Oh.
Yes, large Oscar flexes his
That is a
muscles.
really nice flip reset into
It seemed
dunk.
like this one before to the side, but Oski is too strong, is too powerful, and is too aware where Rise was putting that ball.
Large Oscar beats that one home. Minute 45 elapsed. Oxygen gunning for game number 7.
Here comes Rise, though. He wants to get this catch. Is the flick reset? No, he tries to dunk Joyo straight back after what Oski just did to him. This time it's personal as far as Rise is concerned. Let's get the ball back for now. Hero's going for both. Play in front of the ball. Joyo gets the save to the top. Rise is coming in. He
Save.
wants to find Vatira, but Vatira's all the way back.
Batty
And
goes.
I think that was Archie helped them out a little bit. Sent the ball back over towards Vatira. And this attack is still continuing. Rise ceiling double is going to be successful.
Rise.
Speed from the man.
Okay,
Do
Rise.
not dunk Rise and expect him not to clap back. This is a man
Mm.
who can always return
That was the
punch.
perfect touch.
All right.
Anything
approaching
more,
halfway
anything
through
less
the
than
game.
that
Again,
wouldn't have
we
been
are
a
to
goal.
level. And Oxygen, they're wanting to make sure that their goal from earlier on is going to be the one where They don't need to fight too much harder. They know it's going to be a horrible fight. If they just get this Game 7, everything opens right back up again. Because Game 7 seems to be the great equalizer in Rocket League.
Archie does his best to keep that one as safe as possible. Better for him is that Joyo's now coming in, but it's saved by Atto. Sends that one forward. It's pretty awkward at the moment for Oxygen, actually. They're all beginning a big attack. And one little touch had to send them scrambling backwards. Here's Atto again. Vatira's waiting for the ball. Vatira's ignored.
Interesting.
When Oxygen expected that he'd be gone for.
I mean, that was the idea, right? Like, he was in such an obvious position, you may as well try and just do something a little bit different. And Atto being experimental with it. Joya sending it long, but to Atto, a player he would absolutely not want to give the ball to. Left-hand wall has Oski challenging him, falls perfectly to Rise. Vatira is now central. Rise attempts to go solo for a little while until Joya picks it up. 100 boost missed from Archie. He can still get the shot towards the target, but Vatira is that next man
game.
to touch it.
Just less than 2 minutes left.
A rush back towards the orange half.
Yeah, Oxygen were
Going down
there.
to the wire.
Stole the boost and was going for a bump, and suddenly Oxygen had players both saying, yeah, we can score this. But you can't double commit in your opponent's corner, especially when it's Karmine Corp. Thankfully for Oxygen, they continue to survive, but KC now have the bit between their teeth. Joyo has to get this ball away, has to keep his composure, he does. But Rise gets the read to the ceiling. Rise could kill it here. Rise gets the flip reset. Archie's on the backboard, and Archie sends it, not for the first time, safely into that corner.
But Atto's been waiting in that
For
corner.
that bump. Oh my god.
Corner. Archie and just sits nicely in there as Oski clears that one away. 30 boost Vatira, can't get to it. Atto for the double. Goes down a snipe, and Archie again is the one to make contact.
Yeah, but Oxygen are just praying for these boosts to respawn. Joyo grabs one, and Joyo's pre-flip is true. Gets the middle boost as well. That may just calm down
That's good.
Oxygen as long as Oski gets this clearance. He does, but Rise was already there, and Atto steals another one. Suddenly the boost is back in KC's hands. Atto gets
What?
Oh my god, Atto.
Brilliant to maybe send KC to Worlds.
Atto and his angles are sublime. What a touch from the corner, inverts the play entirely, turns it on its head, and Karmine Corp rush towards a victory in Game 6.
The man scored the goal of the tournament in Copenhagen on Neo Tokyo with that floor pinch. And now he's back for more from afar this time. Joyo's coming in, could equalize straight away. It's over to Vatira. Vatira had to get Carl on ball. Managed to do it. Here's Joyo. Oxygen desperate to get this.
Oh my gosh. 30 seconds left. That's all I have to hold on to. Or will Oxygen be able to tie up the game? Potentially the series? It's an open net!
Vatira's tripped up by Archie. 20 seconds left.
Oh my god!
Rise's clearance wasn't good enough. Atto wasn't quick
Of course,
enough.
Joyo was scoring as well for that as well.
Not powerful enough,
12 people to
but
score.
when Vatira can't get across because of the bump, anything
Okay.
could have gone in.
Final 20. Again, we are drawn level. Right hand side with Atto going for the one. He's had a magical angle earlier on. Can he secure himself another? Final 10. Joyo backboard. Overtime is looming. Gets bumped out of the way. Oski clips it onward. Anything away from that orange half is good for Oxygen right now, because we know how good Rise and Vatira are at 0.
Yeah, Rise is 100 boost, but surely no angle. He's got no way to break through.
Oh my
He gets
god,
so
Rise.
close. 5 more
Jesus.
seconds. Maybe Karmine Corp would have had that. Instead, it's OT.
Lovely kickoff. Oski now with a little bit of boost, flicks it round, but Vatira waits very patiently.
very
at the back. We see
smart.
players trend up from
Nice
those
call
positions.
from
You don't want to do
Vatira.
it on those kickoffs. Make sure that you just chill a little bit closer towards your own goal, and KC have learned that lesson. Joyo erroneously gives that ball away, gets faked out. 100 boost. Atto is then
Okay,
on it. Oski,
back
a
in time.
technical shot, but Vatira
That had the
saves
speed on it, which I
Right to the
originally
side.
thought it
Sees
did.
Vatira sees net, but victory is not in their sights just yet.
Oski should be able to get this touch, and he does. There's nobody in front of him now. All KC back in their half. All of Oxygen the same. Joyo is up. Vatira's bumping him away. He and Archie go. Atto can maybe get through. It right to the jump.
Oh.
It's saved by Oski.
Oski manages to clear that one away and then becomes a bit of an annoying nuisance in that back corner. Atto ceiling, 30 boost, rises there with 100. Oski with none.
Smart by Rise to back off there when he did.
Of that ball.
Heroic defending from Oxygen, and Karmine Corp have to launch another attack. This time it's Rise, again forcing those flip resets, getting himself forward on the right wing. But Oski has a chance to counter. He almost gets over the top of Atto, and Karmine Corp are remembering their defensive responsibilities.
With enough boost, Archie could pitch that one central, but used 100 to do so. That Archie
My
from earlier on, he
lord.
was being so efficient with his boots to just use a lot for very little gain.
Oh,
That's a chance
that's a
maybe
little
for
off.
Tira. That could have caught Oxygen off guard. That demo certainly will. Oxygen
Double
gets
demo.
an awkward angle, no boost, a horrible position to defend from. Somehow he
missed it.
finds a way, and now
Archie.
Archie has a chance. He fakes the flick. It's in the post.
Oh
Joe's
my
coming in.
lord. Oh my
no,
lord, oh
coming
my
the
lord.
other
I'm
way.
just saying,
Oxy
oh my
goes back to
lord,
the
and
ceiling.
stuff like
It's
that
not
over and over
dangerous.
again.
And Atto still alert.
That's all I'm
Waits
saying.
clearance for
But
Rise.
like,
Gets the flip reset towards
but
him.
like,
Joe
oh my
saves.
lord.
No one expected that flip from Archie. I don't think Archie did either. Vatira challenging Joyo on target. Rise and Oski would move each other. It's a brief 2v2. Who's going to be winning out? It's Archie again to intercept. The defense from the Englishman is divine.
Here comes Joyo, has to do more than defend. The ceiling with him, he gets the dunk. Is anyone arriving? Who read it for Oxygen? Nobody is the answer, so Vatira can clean up, tee up Rise. Archie's there on the goal line. The first touch is perfect. Keeps himself behind the ball as long as possible, but Atto is able to nip in. Joyo tries to get it towards Archie, who manages to. Finds the ramp as well. Rise has to stare upwards and get something on the ball to keep Oxygen away for now.
2.5 minutes already elapsed in game number 6. Everything, as we've been saying, is on the line here. Oski wanting to go for a pinch, does get it round, but with no boost, he's going to have to retreat back. That mid is going to be his. Atto with 0 towards the ceiling. It's going to take a little while to fall straight back down. Archie, opportunity, goes central with it. Oh, Oski would have loved for that to have been a little bit lower, just so he could power it on a defenseless and Vatira towards that back blue side.
Yeah, a little bit lower, a little bit higher. Hitting the ceiling as well could have been deafening as far as KC were concerned, but not quite to be. Just in that worst position as far as the pass went. Oski, he gets that one towards two KC
gone.
players who both have full boost. It's the real chance. Atto could get it
Oh.
It's safe for the
Oh, it's in. Okay.
Tira and KC more than keep their world's hopes alive.
That has become infinitely harder for Oxygen now to make worlds. Their performance needs to double. They need to get 2 rounds further as Karmine Corp, a late season surge with a big old dip in the middle. Yet they
Well
find
played.
themselves through back again to Championship Sunday.
Karmine Corp show that they are still in the game, even though they have had a bit of a rough one for a little bit.
Easy as you like.
They are still there.
Knocking out Oxygen on the way.
Of course it
All sorts of
was.
other